Broadcasting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, you're listening to The Low Blow on swfight.com.
Jorge Hernandez with the Low Blow in Southwest Fight News here with Lionel Lanham. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, man.
Fight happened last week. You
Yes.
won in less than a minute. The minute, man. How did that feel with Bellator?
Oh, it felt awesome, man. It was unreal, man. It was just, it was great. You know, the energy, everything. You know, the crowd, the promotion, having the cameras back there, just made you feel. You know, it's what you envision. You know, when you're at home. You know, having your little moment in front of the mirror.
This was a sixth fight of your career. What do you have against the second round, man? None of your fights have gone past one.
You know, I always figured, man, I get paid the same if I win in the first round or the third, so let's try to make it as short as possible. No, I mean, but to be honest, you know, I just blessed, you know, and I'm a surprise. You know, every time they drop, man, I'm like, oh, whoa, you know what I mean? Like I don't know what to expect, man. You know, you're going into a battle. You know, you're a wreck. You know, you're kind of, you know, you're composed. It's a roller coaster. You know, 1 minute you're confident. You know, I'm gonna destroy this guy. The other minute I'm like, I haven't even seen the tape on this guy. You know, I didn't see tape. I didn't see anything on this guy. You know, nothing. Didn't know if he was a southpaw. Nothing. And the guys were just like, I asked Bellator for, you know, they were telling me that one of the representatives out here was saying that, hey, we can possibly get something to you, but that never wound up happening. My coach is like, you know, don't worry about it. When I fought, there was no YouTube, there was no internet. We just had a name and that's it. So I was like, all right. But still, you know, you don't want to see, is he a southpaw? Is he a shooter? You know, and the guy there saying, no, he's a grappler. Comes from a grappling school. No, he's a brawler. You know, no, he's a boxer. So, you know, 1 minute I'm confident, next minute I'm like, all right, and then, you know, so it's just a roller coaster, man.
Yeah. As far as roller coasters, why was there almost a year of inactivity on your end?
You know, I've been with my fiance now for like 9 years, man, and we got engaged last year. Thank you. And you know, she's you know, supported me 100%. You know, I quit my job when I signed my Strike Force contract against her will. You know, I was just like, hey, this is a dream. I got to be training full time. And then you know, that loss, I got food poisoning, man, the night before that fight.
Oh, wow.
And not a lot of people know that, but the doctors told me not to fight. And I still fought because I had like close to 60 people following me out to Vegas. And I just felt like, you know, no one understands that stuff. You know, you hear it all the time after a fight. And, oh, I was injured, woo, boo, you know, and, oh, I got food, woo. You know, no one understands, you know. So basically to answer your question, we got engaged. I promised her that after that fight that I would look for work because I wasn't working at that time. So I went and took a job back east for 4 months, and I told her that I wouldn't take any more fights until I got a steady job. And you know, the Ultimate Fighter, the 85s came up this season, and my manager and everyone was expecting me to go out there. I wanted to go out there, but I made that commitment to her, and it was one of the hardest things I did. But you know, at the end of the day, man, a man is only as good as his word. And you know, I promised her, you know, and she's always been there for me. So I had to prove to her that, you know, I'm going to be there for her when I say I'm going to be there for her. So my manager called me back from HP, my old manager, in October. I got my job back, and then a couple months later, man, Bellator came knocking at the door. You know, as soon as, it was actually the night before the last Strike Force fight with Nate Marquardt. They sent me the contract that Friday. You know, Strike Force, you know, got dissolved that Saturday. So that, to answer your question, that's why, because I made a commitment to her, and I had to stick with it.
Yeah. Also, when it does come to stuff like that, I mean, let's talk about that a little bit, just because there are a lot of people that see those things as excuses when they're, I guess, legitimate circumstances that actually happen. And you know, it's how hard was that to, you know, still take the fight despite being ill, extremely ill?
Oh man, you know what? I never had food poisoning in my life. You know, I'm a dude, man. Like, you know, I'll leave stuff out all night, dude, and you know what I mean. Come back the next morning, like, oh look, it's still here, and I'll eat it. But we stayed at the Palms, and they didn't have fridges in there. So we went to the Whole Foods place, and I got a bunch of styrofoam, you know, ice chests. You know, those little cheap ones for like $1.99. Got a bunch of ice. Got a bunch of stuff from the salad bar. I'd been there all week, so Friday hit light mitts. One ate a little salad, but it had been there, you know, and I kept replenishing my ice every day. But I guess it wasn't good enough. And I remember getting down to the end of the salad, and the lettuce was all, got that funky look to it and stuff. And I was like, and I was fine. I felt fine at the weigh-ins. We went and ate with Sarah Kaufman and their camp and a couple other people from the Strike Force, Greg and all those guys at a pasta house. About 9:30 we got back, and I just started going to the bathroom, and I was like, oh. And I started throwing up, and I was up texting Greg and he was trying to keep me in the game, man. I was trying to get a hold of Bert, the guy who was doing everything for Strike Force, because they tell you when you first get there, don't take anything. You can't take ibuprofen, you can't take this, you can't take that, because we're going to test you, and if anything comes up suspicious, we don't hear no excuses. So I was scared. I didn't know what I could take or what I couldn't take. Greg's like, go downstairs, get some Gatorade. Went downstairs, but that didn't help out, man. I was up till like 4, and I was like, it was like 3:45. I was laying in bed, and I was like, I gotta go to sleep. Turn off the light. Turn off the TV. Went to sleep. Woke up around 7, a little after 7, cramping. Going to the bathroom again. Laid in bed till about 9. Got up, so I had like a few hours of sleep. But then Coach Latrell flew in. They saw me. I got some oatmeal. The doctor finally called me back, said, hey, we can get you an IV. They never got me an IV. I went and got some ginger and some electrolyte stuff. Ate a little bowl of oatmeal. Ate a pretzel for some salt. Went down there. They checked me out. And the doctor's like, hey, man, you shouldn't fight, man. You shouldn't fight. And I was just like, no, I'm fine. Let's do it, Because I like I said, I didn't know how it gave, I tried to be in the game. I was like, yeah, we can do it. And I remember warming up, and I was just like, my legs, it just didn't feel right. And if you see that fight, man, like I finally saw it like a year after, and they sent me I got the CD, and I'm like yellow and stuff, man. I just wasn't myself. And a minute into that fight, I was like, this is a mistake. Yeah. So, but
do you still? Is that still?
Yeah.
The learning experience.
Oh, it was a big learning experience. A big learning experience because, off these wins, you come out and you're confident, especially because now I have a 14-second knockout, 18-second, 33, 49, 56-second knockout. And those ones, there's not really much to analyze. You know what I mean? You look out there, you're like, oh, when you do this, your hand comes down. But you know what? There's not much to analyze. But in that, you're analyzing everything. You watch it over and over. And it was a game opponent, man. TJ Cook was 14-3. I was 3-0 going in that fight. My opponent got replaced the last week against that guy. He caught me with a dirty uppercut halfway through the round, gave me an orbital fracture in 2 spots here and here. So I was out for 6 months. But as soon as I got released at the end of January, like the beginning of February, I took a fight March 31st, and then I had that layoff because of like I said. But it's a good learning experience, and I was even talking to a buddy about it on the way over here today. He's like, did anyone follow you out there? No. And when people follow me out there to Strike Force, they come out, hey, we're here. So I'd go down there, meet them in the lobby, talk to them. They'd go into the bar, have a drink. I wouldn't drink or anything like that, but, everyone wants to talk to you and stuff like that. And I'm trying to be
in the zone.
Yeah, I'm trying to be in the zone, but at the same time, I don't want to be rude to my fans because, I've been there too where you're like, hey, man, or even guys that you look up to in the gym and they give you no time of day and you're just like, what's your problem, bro? Like, you know what I mean? I'm looking up to you and you just blow me off like that. So I try not to do that.
Yeah, now with Bellator, is there a contract that you have with them, or how soon do you expect to be back in the cage or back with them?
Yeah, they gave me a date. I can't say anything about it, but it wasn't like, hey, this is it, but this is what we're looking at. They said don't say anything. So they gave me it looks like a 3-fight contract, but when you really look at the contract, it was a 1-fight. It was a 1 option basically. So it's basically, 1 fight. You do good, we'll keep you. You do bad, we're gonna cut you. So I did good and
pretty damn good.
And they had a fight. They had an open slot here at 185 here this week, and I was trying to get that fight. Because we had another guy over here. I guess that turned down the contract because of the short notice, and this guy. That was going to fight for the 185. Very tough opponent, but I wanted that fight. I wasn't laid off because, like I said, I wanted to be laid off because I had commitments that I had to fulfill, and I was game to take that fight here next week. And after the fight, I kept telling them, hey, Sal, man, get in there, go on. And they're like, oh man, we like that, dude, but we want 30 days. I called the commission over here. I was like, hey, how long do I have to wait? They're like 4 days. 4 days to 5 days, that's it. Called them back, said, hey man, I only got 4 days, 5 days. They're like, hey, just concentrate on your fight here. Just concentrate on this fight and don't worry about other fights. I said, okay. So after my fight, I got cleared, and I went up to the production guy and I was like, "Hey, man, I don't have no medical hold, dude." I was like, "You guys still got the 85 slot open?" He's like, "You don't have no medical hold? That would be a great fight." He gets on his phone, but I guess they filled the spot.
They filled the spot.
So,
I mean, how much would you have liked to fight in front of your
man,
town here?
that would have been awesome,
at
man.
Bellator
You know,
91?
it would have been awesome. Give everyone a little taste, last week, and come home and try to do it again. So it would have been great, man. I'm 32, and it's kind of old for this sport. But one thing I look at is I don't have a lot of injuries that a lot of people that have been fighting, for years or 7-8 years that they have. My body hasn't had that damage, and I just want to fight. That's what we came to do, and I didn't have any. Again, I was blessed with no injuries in this fight, and I saw why not take the fight.
As far as from here on out, what can people expect from you, man?
Just to train moving forward, man. Trains aren't made to stay still, man. They're made to go to keep moving, and that's what I'm gonna do, and just keep moving. I got a great camp. I got great training partners behind me. We're doing this every Sunday, and so it's like a fight every week, man. And it's I'm just getting sharper, man.
Well, you made a return with the bang. It was great to see you
Hey,
back, man.
I appreciate you guys'
Lionel
time, man.
Lanham, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
See you guys.
Thanks.